Video game writers, this is your September 2024 tarot energetic reading for your projects. Are you okay? You have 8 reversed cards. I believe the actors are still on strike, so that might be affecting your jobs a little bit. So I just want to acknowledge that. But yeah, it seems like you need to start doing some self-care. And this is how I got there. Now, before I get into the cards, I do want to let you know that I have been giving out a 75% off promo code for a one-to-one tarot reading with myself for you and your project. Now, there are only 15 spots for this. It's going to expire at the end of September. So once you get that promo code, really go to my website or go down to the description link box below and make sure that you use the promo code when you get it. One more thing before I get started. A reverse card is blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. Again, you have 8 cards here, so let's just give ourselves a little bit of a minute and let's see what the cards are trying to tell us. So firstly, we have the artist card. Now, the artist card is not actually associated with the tarot. It's very special to this deck. When I first saw the artist card, I associated it with more of your artistry being blocked. To double check, I looked at the author just to make sure what they were trying to say about the artist card. And they were saying more grounded, coming out with a more analytical standpoint instead of an artistic standpoint. The Six of Cups is usually a nostalgic card. Again, because it's blocked, we've got probably you don't have much of a nostalgic thing for this project that you're writing right now. Not a happy memory. Nobody from your past is going to come visit you. What you thought things were in the past, what the vision that you had in the past, or the feelings that you had in the past, seem to not be coming to fruition right now. The one card that actually kind of is okay with you right now is this Nine of Pentacles, a space where you are actually very comfortable with your surroundings. You're very comfortable with your material items. Get more of the feeling with your home when you're very happy with what you've built. You're very happy with your friends. You're happy with what you've built with this project so far. You're happy with your material items, whether it's game consoles or collectibles or tarot decks. Here we have the Emperor reversed. The Emperor card is considered the father of the tarot. And what are fathers traditionally? They are rule makers, decision makers, boundary makers. With it being reversed, it feels like some boundaries of yours or some rules are being broken. Something might have happened that um, maybe you weren't expecting a boundary to be crossed. Here we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is usually about giving, the energy of giving to someone who, or receiving to someone who can't really pay you back, or like an exchange of energy. Because it's reversed, I'm going to advise you to give your energy back to yourself. Now, I think I mentioned a little bit about the decision that you seem to be coming to or something like that. You do have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is not reversed. It feels a bit like you're making a decision on whether to stay with a certain project, continue going with a certain project. What I'm going to advise you to do in regarding this decision that you're having a rough time making is I'm going to really ask you to pay attention to the moon here. The moon on the Two of Swords card is guiding you to pay attention to the intuitive decision that you want to make. So I'm going to advise you on this decision that you're trying to make. Follow your intuition. Here we have the Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords is conflict with communication and thoughts. I wrote healing down. So I got kind of more of a, maybe you're recovering from someone who actually kind of hurt your feelings with some words, which again kind of goes back to that Emperor card that I mentioned earlier. It just kind of seems like some boundaries were crossed somewhere. Here you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Wands is usually about sticking up for what you believe in. A lot of people are going to be coming at you, and you actually are going to be standing your ground. But with it being reversed, it almost feels like you don't feel appreciated. You don't feel like you have a leg to stand on. I'm actually going back to the artist reversed here. It almost feels like people didn't like your artistry or your writing regarding the project, or what you're trying to do with the project is not being appreciated. The Four of Pentacles in reverse, usually with the Four of Pentacles, I do advise people to kind of let loose and loosen up a little bit. But based on all these reversed cards, it just kind of, I'm getting an exhausting feeling from this. And it just feels like you don't have much to go off of anymore, and you don't have any more energy or anything else to give toward the project, at least at the moment. The card at the bottom of the deck you have is the King of Swords, very thoughtful and a very good communicator. but because he's reversed, it kind of feels like you maybe are not able to speak your mind right now, or you're not speaking your mind. Numbers you're going to want to pay attention to are 6, 9, 4, 6, 2, 5, 7, 4, 4. Now, if you add all those up, you get 47. 4 plus 7 equals 11. And in most tarot decks, 11 is the Justice card. And Justice more focuses on the law. The energy that you give is what you're going to get back. If you do something good, you're going to get something good back. If you do something bad, you're going to get something bad back. I don't know if the cards are telling you to take legal action, but that might be something you might want to consider. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. I'm actually going to tell you to pay attention to your fire sign, but the only reason I'm going to tell you to pay attention to that is because you got the Emperor, and the Emperor is your only major arcana card in the entire spread. And so in order to get more in tune with your Emperor card, maybe making new boundaries with whatever comes next with the project or your next project coming up, you're probably going to want to pay more attention to Mars and Aries. So really take those attributes into your next cycle, and hopefully the next cycle will be a little bit more beneficial for you. Now, colors are actually really hard for me to discuss with this deck because there's actually a specific palette with this deck. I got white and like a lime green. It actually came from this plant here, and it's not the actual green with that. It's more like when you're looking at a leaf in the sun, and it's more the veins. So maybe not even the light green, the lime green, or whatever I'm trying to say, the mint green. It's more of the veins, what's underneath. And think of like veins in your body, maybe something of that nature. That's more of what came to mind versus a color, which is really odd. But again, this is just because this color palette is very specific. It's like they use the same 5 colors on everything, which is not a bad thing. It just is hard to pick out specific colors. I do pull 3 extra cards for some extra inspiration if you will choose to use it. The first one that I got was Radish. The second one that I got was Pride. And this last prompt that I have is, what is the worst thing that could happen to your protagonist? Build toward that happening. Your September 2024 promo code for 75% off of a one-to-one reading with me is King of Pentacles. KINGOFPENTACLES. All one word. Remember, there's only 15 spots. Go to the description below and really make sure that you go to that link and sign up. I don't know how fast they're going to go, and they're only going to be available until the end of September. If you've just now found my channel, I'm Chris, and I help screenwriters and authors work with tarot cards and their intuition and their creativity to finish their stories faster. I believe that when writers use the images of tarot cards to write their stories, the worlds become three-dimensional and so much more rich, so that by the time the readers are actually reading the story, they just won't be able to stop turning pages. If you'd like to discover how tarot cards can help you write your stories faster, I'm going to invite you to the Flow Your Mojo community. You can find access to that in the link in my profile, and that link is going to take you to a link tree, which is, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what you're going to see there. The first button that you're going to see is going to be a free 15-minute exercise where I'm going to help you write a full story, a beginning, a middle, and end using 3 tarot cards. You're going to see another button that's going to take you directly to the Flow Your Mojo community to sign up for it. There are 4 tiers. And in the first tier, I give 2 writing prompts. One is for your own project, for what to pay attention to for the week. And the other one, we're actually going through Save the Cat right now with some tarot cards. Act 2 of the Flow Your Mojo community, you will have access to 3 write-ins every week. And you will also have access to those 2 writing prompts that I just mentioned. Act 3A is a writers group that I'm building where we will be trading notes back and forth on our stories. You will also have access to the write-ins, and you will also have access to the 2 writing prompts that I give every week. Act 3B is for outline haters. For those of you who do not want to spend time outlining and just want a story to be given to you, give you like 50 spreads, 3-dimensional characters, 3-dimensional worlds. It's a full book, and you just get to do whatever you want with it. You also will have access to the writing group, write-ins, the 2 weekly prompts that I give. So that's just a little bit of a rundown of what the Flow Your Mojo community is about. If that seems at all interesting to you, I would like to invite you there, or at least go take a look at the link and just read up about it a little bit and see if it even is something that you would like to sign up for and join. With all this, I'd like to thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I will see you in the next one.